Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing? Life video. Daily Dazzler with AJ, Omnipotent, Life Sword, and Signori. Is the game back out? I don't know. The word on the street, somebody said that it's back. I can't seem to be able to log in now. Might that be? Well, hello there. Well, there is an error. Apparently, there is an error. Second. No, which one do I select? Filter. Alright, anyways. Who do we want to add next? Let's pick a champion, shall we? I kind of want to see Chakra. What do you guys say? Well, did you see the Wolverine trailer? I have not seen the Wolverine trailer. What? Let's start here. Serpent is a yes. Thanos is a yes. Not a nuke. Medusa is a yes. Nova is a yes. Maestro is a yes. Dark Phoenix is somewhat decent. Mordo is a good candidate serpent. Is he? Fair enough. Let's go here. Zola is a yes. You can do Zola. Well, Sentinel is a yes. Red Skull is a yes. Stalwark is a no. Joker is a yes. Pam is a yes. Benny Parker is a somewhat decent, I'd say. Gonna go with Bullseye. That'll be a no. Yelena is a yes. it's slowish, so that depends. It is on the edge of yes and somewhat. Lumerix is yes. Atuma is somewhat decent, is somewhat decent, right? Or decent. Korg is a yes. Nick Fury is somewhat decent because it's not super fast. Enchantress is a yes, you can do decently well. Kindred is a yes. Nico is a somewhat decent, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ranger is somewhat decent because it's not the fastest one. This one is a yes. Onslaught is a yes. Jean is a yes, you can do that reasonably well. Domino is somewhat decent. Gentle is a yes. Cap Britain is either a yes or someone decent, but let's mark it someone decent. Mr. Sinister is a yes, or someone decent. Dust is a yes. Photon is a no. Spider Woman is a no, I think. Probably can't. Modok, I still can't log in. Sorry, Modok is. I think we're gonna have to change Modok, but it is a yes, basically. High Evolutionary. Probably somewhat decent, is gonna take ages. Thing is a yes. Shot actually does thing quite well. Right. The deal in run for motor is under 40 seconds. Oh, that is crazy nice. It is in this method or is it in? Alright, I will check it out. I will check it out. The shutter doesn't nuke anything, basically. But there's a ridiculous amount of yes. And somewhat decent. Two. Very special. Transposed. I'll drag this down until the edges of the land. And here as well. Oh. Yep. Alright, sweet. We have this adjusted. Yeah. Sweet. Sweet. I think this one might be wrong. I know. What is this? Called magic. I'm gonna have to fill this later in. But yeah, there you go. Can we log in? Not yet. Da-da-da-da. Yo, just as. Oh, come on, Justice having a no good, very bad. No good, very bad day. Why is it down? We don't know. By when Cincinnati hit the Kabam servers. Eventful month at Kabam. Yeah. How many minutes we're still playing at this edition? I know, right? But again, as I have been saying, like, I personally cannot remember a time when I have enjoyed this game less. So I am on at the place where day by day, one stupid decision by stupid decision, I have around destination where I might be checking out. Why is that? I do need to piece together a comprehensive list. But ultimately, you can... Battlegrounds still saying it's not really though. Again, getting kind of stale as fuck. Because they're absolutely not doing anything to it. It's getting old, and the nature of the champion design that they are suggesting. Battlegrounds is moving more into a rock, paper, scissors type situation rather than, you know, fighting. But that has been happening for a while. But it's again like they did, you know, change the radiance thing, and since then all of the things that they have kind of like promised to look into, seemingly everything has stopped. Like all of those ELO DKs and other experiments with different you know, solo events or different, you know, approach to Battlegrounds, they have done nothing to it. But in general, that might be a good thing, actually, even because considering that every single new thing that they are bringing to the game makes the game less fun or worse for me is the main reason. Right? And that is to explain, like, what are the major things happening in the game right now? Or have happened recently? Like, top 30 prestige. Does that make the game better for me? No, it doesn't. It makes... you know, probably better for Kabam, because it again incentivizes spending more and yada yada yada, but it certainly didn't make the game better for me. Has the Elder difficulty made the game better for me? Nope. The piece of shit content that I absolutely do not look forward to playing. Right? The best thing you can say about Elder difficulty is that it's tedious as fuck and boring, even if you don't use a lot of items and stuff. I would genuinely argue that it is not making the game better for me. Right? And, you know, AI issues. Yeah, the game was in better state when Mike was in charge, for sure. Also, like, the AI issues, you know, them going completely unresolved. AI recovery time. You know, the in-fight mechanics, like, persisting, are certainly ruining my gaming experience for ages. For the last year, my phone has randomly started to lag as fuck. I'm not playing on a shitty phone. I'm playing on a 15 Pro Max. It's not like the latest one. 2 years old at this point. But a 2-year-old flagship should not get lag on significant number of fights. Like, I fight Dust, I get lag. I can't use Phoenix because Phoenix is lagging my phone. I fight Loden boss, you know, my phone logs the shit, and so on and so forth. My phone just randomly will start lagging. So, and then they haven't addressed it or fixed it or changed it at all. It is 100% more likely that I will change my phone before Kabam does anything about the lag. No. I am not on low power mode ever on my phone. Sometimes when I'm playing I am charging, but not always, but it still lags my phone. So it's a mixture of those things. I mean, the champion design of, you know, champs like, for instance, like Zolover. either you need like a dedicated counter to you're basically fucked. Yes, there are more counters now coming out and Zola is losing his defensive value, but at the time Zola was released, you know, it was opponent dropped Zola, you lose. And, you know, we have Dark Phoenix where unless you have a dedicated counter that you need to kind of like crash your deck with, or you're just gonna lose. I don't like that. That's not making Battlegrounds more fun for me. Like, Dark Phoenix certainly has not made Battlegrounds experience better for me, even as somebody. Yeah, my game lagged less when I was playing on 13 Pro Max than it does on 15 Pro Max. And yeah, like, objectively speaking, has Serpent in Battlegrounds made my game playing experience better or worse? I don't think it has made it better. I certainly Dark Phoenix has made it way worse. Because it feels so shit to lose to Dark Phoenix because you do not have like an exact counter to it. You know? So yeah, that's where I'm at with the game. Just about every single thing that significantly has changed in MCOC in recent year or even more has not made the game better or more fun for me. On the contrary.
Shut up and take my money.
Yes, Kitty. Nice, Daniel. Thank you. Have they cancelled the nerf? No, they have not. Are you sure? Because now I do have emergency maintenance, Bobo. People that didn't... Well, exactly, like... And effectively, I did. I didn't spend like 1k in Dark Phoenix because I had grinded units and whatnot, but basically, I have the Dark Phoenix. But it's still fucking my day up. You know, when I play Battlegrounds, I still hate it. And that is like, and that is just largely discussing the, you know, inability to fix issues in the game and bugs and the lag and the AI. In addition to every single change or decision that they are making in the game, making it worse overall. That comes on top of all the other gripes, right? That comes on the fact that Kabam banned me for playing the Elder difficulty when the content got released. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't even notice, but the idea that they think it's a good solution, that like quality testing process, and like then the audacity to ban their players without like that, because there were so many people who were freaking out about it, right? Because like I did nothing. What they get banned for? The banned people were playing the game. No, I do have the $1 emote. So no, I definitely do have issues with Kabam. Right, anyways, who we are gonna pick here? Who we are adding to the list? Still no word from MSD and Mike. They're gonna say it's fine. They're gonna do what DLL said and say that Spider-Woman didn't need Ensnare. Who we picking? Will you share a spreadsheet? Yeah, of course. I'm just starting it fresh, basically. We need to add more champions, but yeah, of course I'll share it to everybody. That's kind of the point of it. There you go, that's the link. Yeah, dog. Alright, so who we picking? I don't know, let's pick Thanos. Oops. I don't see any. Maybe they're hiding. Maybe. Can he do it? It is somewhat decent because you still end up taking. You're fast. Wait, 92. Okay, it's a yes, right? In a generic situation, it is a yes, I'd say. Or it's somewhat decent. It's one of those. Yelena below is a no. Right, game back. I'm trying to log in now. Lumitrix is definitely. Lumitrix is nuke. Somewhat decent for bullseye. Fair enough. So that is a nuke. A Tuma is somewhat decent. Don't take that much damage and you nuke it very, very fast. Korg. I mean. You are fast. Fuck, but it's not easy. Ah, fuck it, I'll give it to you. Yes. You already do Venom? Nope. I am still not in, by the way. And this is a yes, for sure. Enchantress is actually a nuke. In generic situation. You're very good for Enchantress. Kindred. What do you do with Kindred here? Nico is a no. I still can't log in, by the way. Rintra is a no. Royer is a no. Game working for you? Not for me yet. I probably don't have as high prestige as you do. Kindred's somewhat decent, I feel like. I think you can do it. But... Onslaught is nuke. Jean, I think, is a nuke as well. Domino is a yes. Gentle is a yes. Captain Britain is no or somewhat decent. I think it's really somewhat decent. Number one in the game? He's top 3 for sure. The way things are right now in the game, I have kind of like 3 tiers. Tier number 1, like the best champions in the game in no particular order, Serpent, Thanos, and Onslaught. That's top 3. 4 and 5, I would have put Nico and Spider-Woman. 6th, I would have put Photon. And then... the last Thanos can do Nico. Oh shit, I have seen Nico. At the very least, I'm gonna put in a somewhat decent there. Mr. Sinister. Dust is a yes. Mr. Sinister, I don't know. Can't use that. Can Deathless Thanos do? Ah yeah, Nico is a Gulag word though. Off ranking. Thank you. How's that? Whoops. I mean, Mr. Sinister. Can Thanos do Sinister well? I still can't log in. Photon is somewhat decent. You can do that fine. It's not necessarily always the easiest. This is a nuke. Modok. A nuke too. High Evolution is a nuke. Thing. Can he do that? I'd say either no or someone decent. Is there someone decent? Yeah, I think so, because you... I think the thing as well, you can finish the fight and under it is... Well, Why is the game done? I have no idea why. Serpent is like really a no. Thanos on Thanos is somewhat decent. It takes a while. Dark Phoenix is a no. Medusa is a yes. Nova is a yes. Maestro is yes. And then here we have a nuke. I think no is also a nuke, to be honest. Put it down. Caroline is top 5. Caroline is not top 5. Yeah, I totally know. If you maybe look, if you think offensive only, but it's too hard for think. Oh yeah, armor shot. No, I think is gonna be a no. I think because you don't have armor break, armor shot are furies. You can't really go for that, and then without armor shatter and armor break, your level 2 debuffs do less damage too. Thanos can nuke Serpent. I'm gonna put in like okay. Because it works sometimes, it's not gonna be something that I'm gonna like go with a nuke. I do think it is somewhat, but realistically, is it a counter? It's dual, just okay. I can put in somewhat decent, but it's really not gonna be the greatest. Anyway, Sentinel is a yes, a nuke. Red Skull is a nuke. Of course, it is a nuke. Solvark is a nuke. Or yes. I think Solvark actually is a yes. Shocker is a nuke. Fam is a nuke. Penny Parker is a yes. I think. Anybody disagree with that? Speak now or keep your mouth shut forever. I still can't log in by the way. Copy. And very few knows. Only Shatter has less. But the most amount of nukes. And defensive relevance is high. Guys, gonna hell. Somebody's grumpy today. Right. I need to remember how could I filter them here. Sort by. Caroline can do photon. Okay, so that 1 second. Just so we are all clear here. I don't really want to be doing Venom though. Okay, so just so we are clear. If you want to have the classification of nuke, it means... Oh, holy shit, I logged in. Well, first thing is like if you have done it once or twice, and then you fail half as much, that we can't really count that as succeeding, as in doing it regularly. Like I have done, for instance, Serpent with some random champions a few times. I would never put them yes there, you know. Or I have had some good fights against Zolo or somebody. I would not necessarily classify that yes. If you can't do that consistently or enough times, I would still downgrade that result, at least by 1 mark. However, unfortunately, at best, I'd give Carolina someone decent, though. Because it's not a great matchup for her at all. But anyways, I am in the game. And I have received a gifting badge. And there are people biting me, I guess. Imbalance has bitten me. Nice guy has bitten me. Mando has bitten me. So. We're gonna bite Mike back, I guess. I don't know who that, but that's getting bitten as well, I guess. I mean, I do remember him slightly. Bite Mando. I don't know what does this do, but you too. What is it? I don't know. Yeah, somewhat decent. I would give it to Photon because it's definitely not a consistent fight. And with Carolina, having somebody that's done that fight myself, it's genuinely not a consistent or an easy fight because you do struggle a lot maintaining your positions with Carolina and being in the sun and, you know, not being able to heavy charge and so on and so forth. Somewhat decent, I can kind of go with in like a vanilla circumstance, but as soon as more complexity is added to the fight, I don't think it's easy. How's your game working? I don't know, I just managed to log in. But okay, do we do Venom next or we don't? Because Venom is not gonna get good grades here. Venom ain't getting good grades now. What are those gifts? They're nothing, basically. But send gifts. All of the Alliance members can get one. I'll use a refill to bite everybody, I guess. Okay, I'm not gonna bite the guys that already bit, though. Nothing for imbalanced. Nothing for Mike. Nothing for Mando. Need to kick a few more out. only kick 4 more people, 4 less people. Legacy Lion, I'm not sure if he still plays. Hijack, not sure if he still plays. And Asphyxia already got bitten. So I'm using all of energy. All of my energy willingly given away. Osman bit me. What's this gifting thing? You can bite people, basically. Yeah, so I just made a lot of zombies. Night time? Leave me alone, Osman. Ooh, I almost fell out. I was like in 5th or 6th place 2 days ago. I'm almost out of C4. Time to play, whether I like it or not. I just bit everybody in my alliance and on my friends list, basically. How great is this cunt? Haven't played it in a couple of days. It's probably not for the benefit of me. Alright. Oh, that compensation is still what they sent for the Elder's difficulty. I just haven't claimed it because I don't want all of the revives expiring and stuff. You're welcome here. I hate my draft. Yeah, I'm cooked. How about I had a good Friday? Nothing particular. I'm absolutely cooked. What the fuck? Right, 20 seconds of the fight gone. It would have been similar time. I would have lost probably slightly, but still. Yeah, Shocker is a good option. Whoever is the Gulag Master of the stream, at end of the stream, can pick a champion that gets added, by the way. FYI. Yeah, I'm cooked anyways. Why? Why? Like, and now I lost all of those two things. Ah. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, no, I'm just cooked here. Whenever I hate that about Dark Phoenix so much. Any fight where she randomly throws a level 1, you basically kind of fucked. Whatever, I'm just dead from this alone, so. Wasn't 5% lower health, but it was 2 or 3% lower health. So yes. Alright. Anyways, that is perfectly fine. I deserve that big fat L here. I will restart the game and hopefully log back in though. Might as well start this with them. That was a winnable score, by the way. The thing is, they didn't have her, but they didn't have Spider-Woman. Well, the reason why they didn't have Spider-Woman is because she's a 7-star, obviously, and they can't just phase out a 7-star. Because, you know, with Herc, at the very least, they knew that if they don't release a 7-star Herc, it's going to become irrelevant, you know, in a couple of years. With Spider-Woman, they don't have that. And yeah, and Scarlet Witch is not as broken as Herc was at the time, for sure. Because with Herc, you could YOLO half a game at that point. Hmm. Kind of Scarlet Witch. Nice. Oh. Ooh. Oh, what's up, Dragonbane? I need to kill this guy. I still haven't gotten my AQ rewards, by the way. To kind of speak on the Kabam's, how would you call it? Impressive capabilities. I know, prestige-based servers is a banger idea. Prestige-based connection. Well, yeah, we're in the same alliance, buddy. Our entire alliance has not gotten the rewards. I have not watched Peacemaker yet. I am starting to watch Wednesday because I hadn't caught up with that either. That was meant to be level 2, but okay. Fuck off. I am just not good at this game right now. Shit! That missed parry on level 2 and then this mistake. He did 38 seconds, so fudge. Okay, fair enough. Stunned him from an instant real life, dude. I mean... Oh, I'm gonna be cooked. That's fine. It's not ideal. Yeah, no, I should have had that shocker there with me. Fuck. Oh well. Yeah, well, it's probably too slow anyways. I don't know. Tavaloya? The compensation better be good because they have been working on it for like 3 weeks now. 2 weeks. In terms of speed, Dazzler's faster. Okay, so listen up. This is decent. This is the craziest defender in the world that needs to be nerfed. I'm gonna do this. Well, mine is rank 3. He still does a solid job though. What do you think about Mojo's relevance today? You can see him here and there. He's not the most relevant champion, but he's not obscure either. Someone said Mojo. Somebody did say Mojo. But they meant Mojo Jojo. Ha ha ha. Lex. Okay. Wish I had heard for this man. So that is you rank part who 2 weeks ago, Bakchi? I don't like this. That hood is going to be a menace, isn't he? Oh, such a rude move. What is a rude move? What is a rude move? Are you calling me rude? What is the difference between old type relics and new ones? It's a very good question. The difference is that the old type relics largely affect abilities. New type relics largely affect stats. Also, the new type relics affect stats on defense. Old type relics has no interaction with defense. This is not gonna be great, but okay. Still winning this. He's still. And you can pay for them separately. Who will be breeding count and safeguard? Oh, Jack for starters. Why is that? Oh, what? You're gonna restart the game. Oh, really? Good. Oh, that kind of worked out somehow. But I'm still gonna be super slow. Use it. Still, I was still stupidly slow. I know. Make a certain number should work in safeguard, I think. What's your last bug, Chi? I don't see it. Yeah. Tu tad darīsi? Negribu, lai tu viens pats tur ej, tagad es tevi neredzu. Pēc, kad margas ir zemes, var paslīdēt un nokrist, īpaši, ja tu tur ej spēlēt. Es tev varu ļaušu iet uz balkonu, tad, kad es nestrādāju. Bit. Again, there was no reason for you to throw that level 2. There's zero reason. If you didn't, so is that zero reason to throw that level 1. And fuck. Yeah, of course. Last one. PUBG. I can't see what you mean there. Next rank 4 will be the safest. The wife beater, no chance of nerf. Yeah, fair enough. Is there a way to get Dark Phoenix somehow? Absolutely not. There are 0 options for you to get the Dark Phoenix right now in the game. The product compensation for last month and a bit? I don't even fucking know. I genuinely don't know. Some firings to start with. And seriously. If there is such a person in charge of quality control. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes my sense that relics don't link properly. Yes, sometimes. You mean they get parried and stuff, or? Oh yeah, restart the game. Correct. I do absolutely need to restart the game. 3 refills, 5 revives, and 10 potions and some ice. So that sounds about right. That sounds about correct. Yeah. He has 6 on general. He has natural 660. Oh. What do you... I mean, Gentle is the type champion that benefits highly from 6200. If I'm not mistaken. Even to charge good against Dark Phoenix? No, because Dark Phoenix means no flames. That gifting just started working for me. It didn't work before. It didn't work yesterday and stuff. Left. Alright. U6 for prestige champion. I mean, like, that's also a thing, yeah, that are significantly, you know, working. Oh, yeah, fair enough. That's your fault. No, in fact, I literally sent that bite to everybody in my alliance and everybody in my friends list. Like, entire energy refill was gone. I got infected. Good. You watch Marvel Zombies? I have not watched Marvel Zombies. Is it good? Alright, that big ass modder then. But he went in favor for the big ass stocking. Not the wisest. I do have a rank 3 Modok, but Modok is more like a meta merchant. Like, this season I'm not even looking at Modok because you can parry in both seasons, so I don't want to run him. No, because he's a tactic defender, fair enough. I mean, I do have a rank 3 Modok though. Oh, because you are in the same alliance, guys? So scary. Where do you get those gifts to send people? Oh, you don't need to get them. It's just that as soon as you have been bitten, you can send as many as you want to anybody. It's basically 1 energy per bite. Takes away 1 energy. One nerf girl took out another nerf girl. It was passing of the nerfs. It was a nerf for nerf. In future there will be 8 stars, if this game lives long enough. The sun is effectively trying to help you, is the best way to put it. So, if you're moving slightly forwards, then the sun will appear ahead of you the next time. If you're moving backwards, then the sun will appear behind you. Oh shit. Does that make sense? It is not random. The sun's always trying to help you. Sometimes it can fuck you over. But the idea is, for instance, if you're moving slightly forward or if you're being aggressive, the sun's going to typically appear ahead of you. If the time of triggering, again, is when you're kind of like dashing back or making a special, the sun's typically going to appear behind you. So it kind of depends on the actions when the first sun expires, and in that off period, that's how it decides. Yeah, Werewolf by Night has been cooking for me. Alright, no worries, Scotty. Welcome back. We got some points back from this land. You get at least one more win. Leader rank 4. No, leader does not need rank 3. Give me rank 2 and rank 3. Look, you can do that, so I'm. Thank you. You're welcome. I want my radiance. I'm at 432k in radiance. How much radiance do you guys have? Could you please read my question? I could, but I'm not sure if I will. Is the new relics in comparison with old one times? Which do you prefer and why? I prefer a mixture of both of them. Like, okay, so I need to make that relic video. Oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, no, relic video, because I did rejuggle my relics. I wanted to make a video. But the base idea, there are a few principles. Number one, there are champions that synergize very well with the old relics. And that make a huge difference to those champions. Like Hulkbuster relic makes a huge difference to the shock reliant champions, like, you know, Venom relic makes a huge difference for Venom, so on and so forth. So, if you have a relic and a champion pairing that highly lets you benefit from those abilities, then that is the best thing. Yeah? You know, those specific relics for specific champions, so on and so forth. If you have like a very, very solid relic pairing, then that is the best thing that can be. And if there is no, because there are tons of champions that do not have like a properly good relic to give to, then the stat relics are the best. That's one. Holy fuck, man. That's one thing. On any champion that you primarily place on the defense, stat relics are the best one. So on like serpents, on like photons, and like zolas and stuff like that, stat relics are the best ones, because they are the only relics that work on defense. You can make them tankier, you can improve their block damage, and so on and so forth. So you know, for instance, you mainly put Nick on defense, so it's best to give Nick relic, even if he synergizes with some relic decently well. The stat relics are the best ones to place on defenders and on champions that do not have a great kind of synergy. That's what it. So I should change my Serpent Relic 100% because there isn't a single relic in Cosmic Class that helps Serpent that much to begin with. And then on top of it all, you always play Serpent in defense anyways. So you much rather want Serpent have like extra chunk or extra block damage or something. I'm having Hulkling on Serpent as well. Yeah, Pierce. Extra Pierce sounds about right. I believe so, yes. Sinister Relics also give significantly better boost. Probably switch your Photon Relic? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, this is bad, but we can survive it. Bad. I didn't time things right. But it's bad. Good enough. Bad is bad, it's good enough. Exactly. Best Shaman Pool needs an awakening gem? Yes, she does. Ooh, somebody said Nico though. Why are you swearing, Diddy? Also, gulag for thee. Oh, no, yeah. All did indeed. 349. Restepable. That was restepable. Oh, some people keep biting me. I'm gonna bite you back. I'm gonna bite you again. Well, technically, I bit all of them first. I'm gonna bite you twice. Alright, I'm gonna bite you too. Cheeky push for C1. Yeah, right. Somebody bit me again. Oh, I'm gonna bite you twice. I have no energy. I can't bite. I'll bite you later. Alright, we don't have a Gulag Master. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. That means we're adding nobody at end of... Well, adding nobody to the sheet. Stream today? You mean Kabam stream? No, there's not gonna be Kabam stream, but yeah. See that? Could have been a new champion. No. Facing my fishes? Who is? But that is fine. God damn it! It is spam biting me. What do you need answer for future item? What's wrong with the general boss for right? I'm seeing his mission for the light. I don't know, we took him down fine. The Kabam stream is next week. Not today. This is gonna get annoying and fast. But okay. I guess that will do for today's stream then.
Shut up and take my money.
Daniel Moret $1.99. You think Kabam is gonna undo the Spider-Woman nerf?
I don't think they're gonna undo it fully. I think they will change something up, maybe, but who knows. I think the two realistic scenarios. Number one, they become stubborn as bitches and make no change at all. Number two, they might, you know, make it a defensive only change, maybe. But who knows? They could also just ignore it. So we'll see. I think those are the two likely scenarios. I don't think they're gonna just not touch Spider-Woman. I don't think that's on the table, realistically. The new phone also. It's not a phone issue, Future Iton, it's a connection issue. I have that BG timer disappearing on me at times too, but it's typically when there's some network issue. See, so which champion, what do you mean? Oh, well, yeah, I suppose Daniel can pick a champion then, I guess. Daniel Morete. Who do we pick then? Wait, so Scout. No, Spider-Woman is not already nerfed. The nerf's going live in like December. Ooh, that was fast, Scotty. That was fast, Scott. I was on my way to do that too. Well, Daniel is not picking a champion. I'm happy I got my kulak for the stream. Das ist fine. I picked Domino. Well, Daniel Moret is the one picking. Nico is already there. Spider-Woman's already there. I can't see. What did you say? You love Spider-Woman? I do too. But she's already here. Ta-da. Mm-hmm. Box? Walks? People going on that cosmic spree. But sure. Okay. Well, let's start with the text. Is Vox good for Zola? But I can no longer stand my way. They can now take her dignity as my leash. Fucked up. Is Vox good against Zola, by the way? I don't think he's particularly good. I definitely know that. This is a yes. I don't think he nukes anything. The Red Skull is a yes, I assume. So, yeah. Stalwark is probably a yes. Shocker is definitely a yes. Fam should be fine. This is somewhat / decent. Oh, wait. Is he immune to the... Oh, yeah, no. This is a yes. Oh. But yeah, I don't think it's somewhat. But I don't think it's particularly great. So.
Shut up and take my money.
Daniel Moret $1.99. I changed my mind. Torch. Torch is my fav.
I will do Torch. I'll finish Vox at some point. I think people will be surprised how shit Torch is. Like, can he get any of these done in another 60 seconds? Vox? Yeah. I think she's in the game's dying quickly. I mean, this sheet was already made. But who knows? If it dies, it dies. I'm gonna have a pretty sheet. Ions. And here I'm gonna kind of like medium. Because you can touch that. That is relevant. I guess. Still having fun? What do you mean having fun? Anyways, Bullseye is a no. Yelena is still a no. Yeah, just Lumitrix. I think it's gonna be a no anyways. Maybe somewhat decent. But it's probably a no. Atuma is gonna be a no. Korg is a yes. That actually used to be a fairly common, decent matchup. Within the 60 seconds, it can be a no. You can time out. Okay. Enchantress is a nuke. Kindred can be a nuke. How does it work on Nico, by the way? Raintra is a yes. Not that fast. Destroyer is a nuke. Oh. It destroys Nico. Yeah, but I think it's over 40 seconds because you do probably need to. Nico is a nuke. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, no, that kind of makes sense. Okay, so now we have Onslaught. Does he do Onslaught fine? I think it's kind of mid-fight. But I think you can do Onslaught. At the very least. With the no flames, right? Rank 4 Onslaught, or Sinister rank 1 to rank 3. I mean, I do rank 4 Onslaught first, rank up Sinister later. Unless you're doing it specifically for the next BG meta, in which case I'd make sure I have rank 3 Sinister. Is 40 seconds a nuke for Jean? 40 seconds is a nuke. And that is Jean. Yeah, that works. This will be a no, because you do take too much damage. Gentle. Does he do gentle fine? 43 seconds we count in as nuke. Nuke is effectively, like, here are the arguments, like, sub 40, but it's a little bit over 40. I still kind of count it as a nuke. Sub 60, you know, or around 60 is a yes. If you're over 60 or you lose more than 10% health, then it's just somewhat or decent. If you're over 80 seconds and or lose more than 20% health, then it's basically a no. Gentle is a yes. Okay, I also always assume they're doing it equal ranks and relatively same meta. This would be... How does this work? Is this a yes? Or somewhat decent? I think this is a yes or a nuke, right? I think this could be... Does she do all the energy damage? Yeah, fine, let's leave it yes. This one is somewhat decent. Not great, fine. Dust. Dust is a yes, but it's... Yeah, Gentle is not a nuke. Gentle is just a yes. Alright, Photon is a yes. You can do that fight somewhat well. Spider Woman. At best, you can get somewhat decent. MODOK. MODOK is a yes. High Evolutionary is somewhat decent at best. Thing is... Yes, right? He can do Thing, fine. If I'm not mistaken. Well, hello there, Mr. Bot. Yeah, okay. So Serpy is generic meta is a yes. On equal rank, unless there's something making that fight harder, you can do that. Am I mistaken? I'm quite sure that in it, unless there's something making that fight significantly harder, it has to be Battlegrounds length fight. Torch is a yes on Serpent. More often than not. Lose 10%. But what is the time there? Alright, we're gonna put someone decent there then. Thanos. Can you do Thanos sub in like 60 second ish, or do you need more? 50, 60 depending on it. I mean, we're gonna put this someone decent there. Yeah, how long is Thanos fight? Dark Phoenix is a no. This is somewhat decent. You can do it with just the heavies, but you'll take some cheap block damage. Yes. Maestro will be a no. Nova, I think, is a yes. Is there a link to the spreadsheet? Yeah, I'm gonna copy it for you. But I just restarted doing it, so it's not very comprehensive still. But sure, you can mess around if you want. Okay, so where do we stand on Thanos? It's in between yes or somewhat decent. I do think that fight's doable, because you take a bit of block damage on the level 1s, but you can heal back by triggering the willpower. Like a relic or something. So I think you can do it. If you get Balia with special one throwing. Yeah, but I think it should be fine. In generic meta, I think you can do fine. A bit over a minute. I'll count it. I'll give it to him, I guess. This is 90-second fight. It is definitely not a 90-second fight. It can be done faster. I have seen it done faster against me plenty of times. These and you'll blocking special one to increase the no flames. Yeah, exactly. You need blocking special one to increase the no flames, and you do need trigger the panic, trigger willpower to recover some of that damage. Spacing is a bit annoying, but it is definitely a yes. Sentinel is also a yes, that's for sure. Red Skull, I'm not entirely sure. This is going to be a no, I guess, right? Is this a no? I'd assume it's a no. Shocker is somewhat decent. Is Shocker somewhat decent? I'd argue that's a no, not really. I'm saying Penny Parker. So, Red Skull. I'm not. Yeah, I assume you'd still take some chip damage in that fight, though, still. I'm gonna put someone decent. Yes. And fine, if you really that... Okay, I'm gonna leave Thanos on the somewhat decent. Alright, see you later, Scotty. I don't think that's fair. Who is the nukiest champion so far, by the way? Who can nuke the most things? Ta-da! Thanos. Caroline Dean nukes 9, Thanos nukes 12. Those are the nukiest lads on the block. And then nuke plus yes. Wait 1 second. Oh, I need to finish. Okay, fine, fuck it. Let's finish the box. Yes for Red Skull. I was thinking it's probably a yes. It's actually not that much block damage, taking that level 2, some hits in, but Red Skull's playstyle quite naturally lets you charge heavy attack too. Have some energy resistance. I would need to test it, but either, yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. It's either yes or somewhat decent for Red Skull. Kind of leaning on the area of yes. Alright, anyways. Voxy. So we did the tax. Bullseye is a no. Yelena. Does he do decently against Yelena? I guess I'd go with no. Lumitrix, probably yes. There's no reason not to. This is gonna be a no. Korg, I'm gonna put this a no. Not a good fight at all. Nick Fury, I'm gonna put a no. You're gonna take quite a long time for that, probably. Unlikely. Yes for what? Use full sentences, people. When you say no, yes, and I have went through 6 champions, I have no idea which matchup you're talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah, I thought Yelena could have been somewhat decent. Maybe, but okay. Alright, fair enough. Spider-Woman is very decent for that fight, though. Alright, so here, in the Mystic class, I think you can do Kindred. I think Kindred should be fine. There's nothing particularly stopping you from doing Kindred. I think Ranger you can do because Neutralize doesn't really affect his buff, right? And Enchantress. No, because Nullify, but you don't get automatically nullified. I think you can do Enchantress. I think Nico is definitely a no. And I think Destroyer is also definitely a no. I'm quite sure you can walk in Enchantress. Yeah, Nullify, but none of these like nullify you. Outside of like Nico, basically. It's low too. Caroline is only somewhat decent against Photon and not higher. Because Photon's actually fairly is not a great matchup for her. You can do that fight sometimes, but it also can easily go quite wrong because against Photon you cannot heavy charge to, you know, stay in the sun for longer. And it is not easy to maintain position against Photon. Blue one of Ventura spells out in Alpha, so it's RNG. Is it? Mox can do Nick somewhat at least. Can he do Nick in under 60 seconds? Vox versus Ranger. Well, and welcome back, Seth. Somewhat. We can put in somewhat, I guess. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. That was dumb. Anyways, alright, fine. Alright, that's fine. Enchantress. Yeah, Ranger actually haven't tested that fight. Can anybody wants to test Vox against Ranger? But I'm quite sure Neutralize doesn't do shit to Vox. Not much, anyways. I'm trying to summon Marcus, summon decent pose if you guys don't do. Onslaught, I think it's a yes. I don't think there's anything particular. I don't think it's great, but I think it's kind of somewhat decent because of the long ass special. Fine, let's put it yes. Jean, I think is a yes. You can find fine. Vox against Domino, I think is somewhat decent. You do take damage, but it's not the worst thing, and you do have increased ability accuracy. I think it's gentle. It's basically a yes. Against Captain Britain, it's yes, somewhat decent. Let's mark somewhat decent. Mr. Sinister, Not great. Decent for Onslaught Engine. Alright. Mr. Sinister. One tricky proposition there. Doing us 247 charges. I don't know. That's fine. Dust is a yes. You can do dust really well. Somewhat for Sinister, yeah. That is true. Like, but then again, like, I'd still put somewhat because, like, people use Chels and stuff like that. Pushing opponent, it can, yeah. I think speed-wise, it could really. I think somewhat fits there. Can't put higher. Photon is a yes. He's actually quite decent photon counter. I guess somewhat. Is it somewhat or yes? It's somewhat. This one, somewhat's not an easy fight. Modok is a yes. High evolutionary will be somewhat. Thing is a yes. Can absolutely do thing well. Serpent, I'm gonna mark that as a no. Thanos, I'm gonna mark that as a no. It's gonna take forever. Dark Phoenix is gonna be a no. You're gonna take shit on damage. Medusa, you do have the undermine, so you can do it reasonably well. That is gonna be a yes, and Maestro is gonna be a no. Does Vox work as Maestro? What's wrong with Thanos? You can take forever, and it's gonna be a very slow fight, and Vox cannot increase his degen damage by all that much because you can't touch him with your Psi much. You can't hit his block because in order to pause your degens, you spend most of the time baiting up. Yeah, so it's gonna be a no. It's gonna be well over 80 seconds. That's fine. He can do Maestro very well. Yeah, I thought he can because of that. Yeah, try doing Thanos fast with Vox. It's not gonna happen. Alright, so there you go. Anyways, that's Voxy there. One of the highest amounts of somewhat decent of all the champions. It kind of works, but not ideal type of situation. But 15, yes, is high. Relatively high. No, it's definitely decently high. Not bad. Only 9 no's is what he got. Good. Somewhat decent described Vox. It's working. The system is working. The 4-tier system is working. Zero nuke seems right. Yeah, exactly. Like, cause he doesn't nuke anything. He does do a bunch of fights well, and then he does do a bunch of fights somewhat decent. There you go. Alright, is Sith Supreme here still? Is Baby Sith here? Vox is a war requesting champion for most. Alright. Alright. Oh yeah, this whole season he's completely useless. Anyways, that'll be it for now. I guess. See you later. Bye-bye. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about